God's truth. Let's go to that slide real quickly. I want you to see this. I think it's the second one. This is perilous, means dangerous, fierce, savage, harsh, hard, hostile times. Hostile times. And this is not just economic. This is not just physical. It's really, literally spiritual. Hard times. I do not mean to suggest for one moment that God is not the victor here, that we're not in the place of victory. We've been raised up together, made to sit together, heavenly places in Christ Jesus. But we do also need to know in this world we will have hard times. The word for time here is the Greek term kairos. The definition I've included. A fixed and definite time, the time when things are brought to crisis. Sometimes the mental picture that's used to define this word is of an arrow breaking through and hitting its target. Or of a person who is a masterful weaver who is able to take the various parts of the weave and fit it together and plait it together. It's speaking here also, the word that was used for attorneys and debaters, rhetoricians, individuals who kind of sense the right moment to strike, to say certain things, to break open certain things. But it also speaks from a scientific standpoint, kind of like a moment of crisis in the sense that it is critical mass. Critical mass is when an atom is reduced, particularly a nuclear atom, is reduced to the lowest form and irreducible minimum just before it breaks forth in explosion. So kairos moments, kairos times, opportune seasons, decisive times are critical. They are times that are really hard. There's an explosion that comes out of them, some negative and some positive. Obviously, God is trying to help us to see that these dangerous, fierce, savage kairos moments will give way in explosive ways to that which is of God or that which is of the enemy. I'm convinced that part of what's happening in our world right now, and it's not unique to us in this sense, but the world has always gone through kairos moments. There have been plenty of them. We can speak of them in the Bible. In the fullness of time, God sent forth his son, made of the seed of a woman. You remember what happened? How hard that time was? How difficult it was? At least up to 2 years after the birth of Jesus, Herod went crazy and sent his militia through Bethlehem, killing all the baby boys 2 years and younger, based upon the time that he had spoken to the Magi from the east. You would think that the coming of the Christ would not be accompanied with such fierceness and such savagery. But everything that is of God is accompanied that way. Anything that God is doing can often be a big turnoff. Because in the realm of darkness, spiritually, there is such opposition. Savage opposition. Hostile, hard, harsh opposition to the ways of the Spirit of the Lord. This is reality.